Karma is known by many as the concept of receiving whatever you bring forth into the universe, whether good or bad. It's important when determining a person's next existence, based on how they live their life in the current one, in both Hinduism and Buddhism. The concept of karma plays a role in our lives, regardless of your belief system, or even if you don't have one. We may not realize it, but the 12 laws of karma are constantly at play. You create good karma when you live in accordance to the 12 laws, increasing the chances of good things to happen to you. Below are the 12 laws of karma and how they influence our lives. 1. The Great Law. The Great Law, also referred to as the law of cause and effect, states that whatever thoughts or energies we put out into the world, that's exactly what we get back in return, be it good or bad. If you want to be respected, for example, you have to respect yourself. If you want to receive good things in your life, you have to give out good things as well. And if you want love, you have to love yourself first. The Great Law can be summarized by saying, life is an echo. What you send out comes back. What you sow, you reap. What you give, you get. And what you see in others exists in you. Always remember that life is an echo. It always gets back to you, so give goodness. 2. The Law of Creation. The law of creation is about creating, or making, or doing. The law encourages us to be active participants in our lives if we want to get what we desire. Waiting around for things to happen isn't an option. In other words, you don't simply wait for good things to happen, for them to materialize out of nowhere. You have to get up, go out into the world, and make stuff happen. Examples of people who follow this law are the likes of Oprah and Beyoncé. The talents, gifts, and abilities they have been used to bless the world. Every now and then they're creating, coming up with something new and fresh, and not just so that they can benefit alone, but so that others can as well. We understand the law of creation better when we realize that the things that are going on outside ourselves are a reflection of what's happening on the inside. So if the life you're living right now doesn't appeal to you, try and search within yourself for the answers you need to change it. We were all blessed with the ability to create, and this law encourages us to do so. 3. The Law of Humility. The Law of Humility explains that the first thing you have to do to make a change in your life is to accept or come to terms with the current reality. Before you can change things, you have to accept them first. You have to be humble in the way that you think in order to understand and accept your own errors and weaknesses before you can make the next step and begin working on them. The only way to make a complete 180 is to be ready and willing to deal with the hard truths, even though they make you uncomfortable. If you're always blaming others for your actions or mistakes, for example, you're detached from reality. Failing to recognize your mistakes only prevents you from dealing with them, and you're not helping yourself. This law in particular is known to be embodied in very successful people. These individuals are strong, kind, humble, and generous. But before they arrived at where they are, they had to accept certain things about themselves and society as a whole. Regardless of where you begin, if you're able to contend with the things that are completely out of your control, you can always rise above and make your own path in life. A bright and fulfilling future is yours, if you really want it. 4. The Law of Growth. The law of growth is about expansion, mostly within ourselves. It's been said that as we grow and change within ourselves, whatever goes on in the world around us changes as well as a result. And the thing about growth is that it's continuous. It never ends. There's always something new to learn and pick up. Change has to begin with you before you expect it of the world around you. The only control you have is over your own life. All in all, it's the way you use this control that determines how the universe responds to you. So before you try to control or change other people, focus on yourself, on your own growth and development. Let them have their own opinions on what needs to change. Now, if you've been getting value from this video, pause this video right now. Hit the like button and go ahead and click subscribe if you're new. That way, you'll be notified of all of our inspirational videos just like this one. Done? Great. Thanks for your support. Let's continue. 5. The Law of Responsibility. This law is about being accountable and owning up to all things that go on in our lives, even the bad things. The way we live our lives is our responsibility. The way we present ourselves in the world, how we treat other people, and how we let them treat us rests solely on us as individuals. It's for the best to take responsibility for the role you play in every situation you find yourself in. Always remember that you're the source of what happens along your journey. Your surrounding is a mirror for what happens within, meaning you're responsible to a certain extent for the things that happen to you in life, whether great or unpleasant. 6. The law of connection. The law of connection states that in some way, everything and every person is connected. To put this into perspective, think about the you in the past, the present, and the future. They might seem completely different, but they're all still you. All the experiences you've gone through have one way or another led you to where you are, and will continue to lead you to the next thing and the next thing. It's all linked. We're connected to others too. Whatever we're doing to ourselves, we're also doing to others. The connection is always present. All we have to do is focus on it. 7. The law of focus. You can only focus on one thing at a time, and this fact is important because a split mind is more likely to develop negative thoughts and, in extension, negative energy. Trying to do everything at once usually slows us down rather than helps us accomplish things faster. But of course, you're still going to hear about self-proclaimed professional multitaskers. The law of focus states that you can't put your energy towards two things at the same time. When you choose to concentrate on one thing at a time, you're more likely to achieve more, and with better results than you would if you tried doing everything at once. This law isn't trying to tell you that multitasking is impossible or you shouldn't do it. It just tells you that for as long as you're negative or unfocused, you can't realize your full potential. In order to accomplish one task, you need to channel all your attention. 8. The law of giving and hospitality. This law is about being selfless, being generous, and putting into action what you say. If you believe in something, then at some point you'll be called forward to show your commitment to that belief. The law tries to connect belief and practice. It emphasizes the importance of reflecting your actions to what you believe. It's not just about saying good things or having good thoughts. It's about doing them as well. You might believe in giving back to society, or say you like the idea of building homes for the less fortunate. There's no doubt that your heart is in the right place, but why not take it a step further and actually do it? The law of giving and hospitality in this case is telling you that whenever the opportunity arises to do exactly that, you should go all the way and do so. This law is also about the way in which the universe will, quote-unquote, test you. Life gives us the chance to apply the lessons we've learned over the years, and when you need to work on a certain aspect of your character. 9. The law of here and now. Karma is linked to concepts revolving about accepting the truth of your reality. Buddhists associate karma to the theme of truly living in the present. We often spend an awful lot of time replaying instances from the past where we made mistakes and wishing we had done things differently, but that doesn't do us any good, does it? Clinging too hard to feelings, experiences, and ideologies of the past will always leave you having one foot stuck in the past. In the same way, focusing on greed or anxiety will always result in you having a foot in the future. Living in the here and now allows us to see what's going on around us and appreciate what's right in front of us. Our interactions with others become better, our experiences are livelier, and all because our energy is shifted. Living in accordance to the law of here and now means constantly reminding yourself that the present is all you really have, and it's meant to be savored and enjoyed. To quote the Bhagavad Gita, whatever happened was good, what's happening is going well, whatever will happen will also be good. You need not have any regards from the past. You do not worry about the future. Live in the present. 10. The law of change. Sometimes we go through the same experience repeatedly, but they don't seem to change or go away. And this is because of the laws of change, which state that we will continue to encounter a situation in life until we're able to direct our positive energies elsewhere. If you keep reliving similar encounters, it's just the universe's way of telling you that there's a lesson you need to learn. If things begin to change in sudden, drastic ways around you, view this as an indication that you've taken the necessary steps towards growth. Never forget that wherever you go, there you are. It's not people, places, or the things around us that we should change in order to grow, but ourselves. That's the only thing that we have control over. 11. The law of patience and reward. This law roughly translates to hard work pays off. It's about going for the things you want, putting your time and energy into it even though there isn't any visible progress yet. But living under this law means you understand that in order to achieve great things, you need to put in the time, be committed, not throw in the towel, appreciating yourself and enjoying every little milestone you make along the way. Disappointment will always follow you if you expect spontaneous results. Your success becomes much lower compared to what you're capable of accomplishing. Set out to figure out your true purpose in life and work towards it and live happily, knowing you're doing something you were always meant to do. And with time, success will follow. 12. The law of significance and inspiration. We all have value and something to give. That's what this law teaches us. We all have special gifts that should be shared with the rest of the world in a way that impacts people in a positive way. Our contribution may seem small and insignificant, but they're important and shouldn't be undervalued. This law should be reflected on when we're down and need motivation. Each time you make thoughtful, considerate contributions to the world around you, your acts of kindness inspire others to do the same, and ultimately attracts more positivity back into your life. You may not always feel significant, but know that you always are and always will be. It's believed that without your presence, the energy of the universe would be notably altered. Well folks, that's all, and thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, do give it a thumbs up. With that said, have a great day you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one.